Hey everyone, Sean here with Leonard's Treasures. It's been a while since I've been on. I've been gone for 60 days approximately. Was off helping at my work. I got to do some emergency type work and help with other people in need. And I'm back. I have not listed or sold anything or listed things for the last 60 days, but I have sold things. So my eBay store was firing off. It was selling about 5 items a day while I was gone, not listing a thing. Look to a future video for me to talk about how that worked and how I got that to happen. I get back, taking it easy, getting back with the family, and then I put in for like 6 storage units and I won 3. So here we are at storage unit 1 of 3. We're gonna go see what we can get inside. I paid like $10, $15, and $5 for these 3 units. They're not very big and they're not gonna be super exciting, but let's see if my investment paid off and I got something to go sell at the swap meet. Okay, here's unit 1 of 3. It is very stinky in here. Not looking too promising. The pictures were really rough. I looked at the totes and thought, oh, that's enough for 10 bucks. There is some trash. So I have some trash to throw away here, but we'll see. Me clear this out. I got to do 3 all in 24 hours, so I'm gonna have to get it to my house and then process it there. Here comes the work side of this job, to get everything to the house, and it's kind of gross, and then we got to clean it up and get it ready for resale. So I probably didn't explain this well enough, but I have 3 units to clear in 24 hours. I have $100 each unit invested in a cleaning deposit. There's no extra time, so I have to hustle and get all these clear back to my house to be good with the storage unit. Because they're smaller, this is possible, but at this point I don't know. I'm just hustling to make sure I can get it into my house and then post-process later. I would love to process as I go here before I go home, but those weren't in the cards. My other goal is to show you guys kind of the work and the effort it goes into clearing these storage units, because I see a lot of people online say that people make it look too good. They're only showing the best parts. I want to show you exactly what it looks like to clear a storage unit, how hard it actually is, what it takes to do this, time involved, money involved, my ability to do this. I am a kind of a heavier set guy. Doing this kind of work by myself. So there are some advantages. I'm stronger. There's some disadvantages. I get winded quick, and so this does build up your endurance. It's kind of a good workout. But at the same time, if you have something really heavy, you got to be strategic in how you get it up into the truck. But I'm going to fast forward to about 600, 400, 600. Because I don't want you guys struggling watching this forever. I will talk through this to give you kind of pointers and tips and tricks along the way. I might share what solds at time, or go into story about something that I'm doing with the business or I have done, just to pass the time. But this video will be 40 minutes from front to back for this locker, but I am doing 3 videos out of this run because there's 3 lockers, so I will separate into 3 videos, and this is unit 1 of 1. My strategy is to bring totes or plastic bags and try to box up, bag up everything I can so it's easier to transport. What is kind of loose and could fly away or is more fragile, I'll typically put in the back of my cab or my passenger seat. And then put the things that are easier to transport and drive down the freeway with in the back. When you're paying under $100 for a storage unit, you're really looking for a couple of items that are going to shoot you above your $100 to make your value. And then if you can get wins on your eaches, like $1 per item for everything you're taking out, that's what makes your money worth it. And you're just looking for a box or a bag of rare collectibles, something that can take you to the next level. But I will sell at the swap meet anything that I don't put in my eBay store. Sometimes I Facebook Marketplace the larger things, like maybe contractor tools, bigger things. See if I can get more for it on Facebook Marketplace and at the swap meet, that kind of thing. I will say it's super hard to fight the urge to look at everything while you're pulling it out to see if you got something. Really, you got to fight kind of to just keep it moving, keep getting things in the truck because time is of the essence. But I'm sitting here showing you kind of some cheap shoes that I found. Didn't know they were cheap, but they look cheap. They are cheap. But they're brand new sets of shoes that can sell at the swap meet. So, but yeah, try to stay focused, stay on topic, get things in the truck, look at it later when you have time, once you know you're not going to lose money. That's a floor mat with some mushrooms on there. My daughter loves mushrooms right now, so it's already in her room. Then I found an alternator right there, or starter, I can't remember which one, but it was used. So there might be some scrap value, but that could have been a nice $200 if it was brand new. All right, it did not come out in one piece. This is what it looks like in the box. Multi-fit hitch. It's big. It's bulky. And I'm gonna bring it out piece by piece. Not open. Look at that thing. Reese taupe. Finding a new tow hitch in these are why I buy the low dollar ones and take the risk of it all being trash. I paid top 15 for this. And if that's like 100 to 200 bucks, I've already upped my money. And then if I can get even more from this unit, you can start to see that $10, $15 multiply. And that's a good weekend's wage if I can get it to get in the thousands. So the Reese cross tow hitch on eBay brand new is 180 bucks with shipping. So it's about $130 without shipping. Mine was new, but the box was wrecked, so we'll call it open box. So I could probably get anywhere between 80 and 120 bucks for it. And if I sold it locally, it's probably more like 40 to 50 bucks. So I probably will sell that on eBay or try to, or Facebook Marketplace. Now I'm starting to get into the finer things. There's like trash and remnants. So I have to get a bag and just get all the small bits that didn't fit in everything together so I can get back to the house and hurry back to get load number 2. My strategy is not to close out a one at a time. I will leave and come back and clear all 3 before I go to the office and spend time in there checking out all 3. Goal is to hurry up, get back, keep finishing. Alright, it's your time. Alright, so since I started this video, it's been 36 minutes. We got the unit clear, let me show you. We're gonna come back, we're gonna sweep this up, but this is what we like to do day 1. One day of a month, I like to clear out a unit about this size that fits a truckload, where I can go one and go. And I got 3 today, so I'm gonna have to go home, drop this off, and repeat 2 more times. Wish me luck, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, welcome back. This is day 2. I bought 3 storage lockers yesterday. We're going to process these. It took me 11 hours yesterday to get to the storage locker place, bring it all back. Now I have it in 3 different spots. I processed the 3rd locker out of the ones I got. Now I'm going to process storage locker 1. I'll say if you're new to this and you're trying to convince your spouse to let you go at this might not be the video for you. I am in my house. I have taken over the kitchen area. The dining room table is gone. Living room. When you're trying to save costs on overhead and your garage is full of eBay inventory, this is where it gets challenging when you don't have a big enough space to put things. To the spouses out there that put up with their others doing this, we appreciate you. To those looking to start, I would make sure that your spouse is on board, because this does take over. You want to try to minimize your time here in the house and get out, which is what I'm doing. I'm spending my weekend processing, getting it back in the garage so I can take it to the swap meet or put on my eBay store. But right now we're going to process the items from unit 1 that we got yesterday and see if we find anything cool. All right, let's go. And with the same thing as the storage locker clear out, we're going to speed this up so you don't have to watch every second of this. It did take over 2.5 hours to do both, and so I'm going to speed this up. Sorry about the audio in the last bit. I'm not sure how my voice and the video got out of whack, but that's a first. And if you're wondering why there is a construction vest on that light in the middle of my kitchen, it's because I hit my head on it maybe 10 times after I moved that kitchen table out of there. I just was forgetting, walked, and smacked my head maybe 10 times before I thought I should put an orange vest on this so I don't hit my head. And sure enough, after a while, I stopped hitting my head. You'll see me sifting into totes here. There are a lot of clothes. These are not high-end clothes. They're very like Ross and that kind of style clothes, so they will go to the swap meet. You're looking at $1 a piece for most items, maybe a little more for jeans, maybe a little more for nicer or brand new with tagged shirts. But for the most part, if we get $1 a piece, we're super stoked. Or maybe $25 to $50 a bin, maybe another way to look at it. So we have a bunch of bins behind us. They're empty that we're going to fill. We will try to separate clothes from other types of items as well to keep them separated. And that makes it easier for people at the swap meet to kind of dig and find what they like. At the swap meet, we will start to organize clothes a little bit more to try to help people find their size, fit, women's versus men's, kids versus, all that kind of stuff, just to make it a little easier to dig. But if you want $1 a piece, you really got to dig and earn that fine, because I'm sure I have high-end shirts in there that
had to
are
wash
worth
my
money,
gloves.
but I was not
Smells
looking
so
up
bad.
every one. As you can see, time is a thing.
But
So we want to
anyone
get through
about-
this as quick as possible.
These are gonna go
And
into
3
different-
units to clear. Now I'm at home. I've already cleared all 3. I actually
Still
cleared
swap
my
meet,
third,
but,
or processed my third one first.
So
This
I
is
try
the
to
first
organize
one
my
that
clothes
I'm
and my
processing
clothes.
second.
Oh, this is like a Jack Skeleton Christmas. That's actually pretty cool. Goes around your tree. Some things you got to put to the side as a peace offering to your wife when you've destroyed her house. See if she wants it first.
I will flash at times to the camera things that I think are significant or unique, like that Friday the 13th light switch cover that we'll probably be giving to a family friend. But yeah, a lot of things that they're just really common, I'm going to just process. Those Crocs were nice, but they were used. Those shoes are kind of cheap, so they were going into Denio's pile. So that's just my swap meet pile.
It's a doll of some sort. My 11-year-old will probably disown me for not knowing what doll this is, but it is a doll.
And as I thought, I brought my daughter in, showed her my video, what I said, and the doll. Before I put up there what doll it was, she knew exactly who it was, and she went and told her mom she did disown me. So she talked to me about 5 minutes later when she wanted ice cream, but for that 5 minutes, I was disowned. And we're back on good terms now. Lots of unique things, little things here. A lot of like $1 or $2 a piece items. Nothing to scream about. But this is the average storage locker experience. It's not as sexy as TV sometimes portrays it. You have to go through it. You're seeing me throw a lot of things in the my trash can over there. That's used socks and underwear. Totally goes in that. If anything's got too many stains, it goes in there. There also are things that I might separate if they stink. They will also go in a laundry pile if I want to try to sell them, because nobody wants to start digging through something nasty. I want people to be happy they're at my swap meet booth and feel free to dig all day without being disgusted. There's a couple baby blankets in that. And the luggage isn't too bad. A lot of luggage I can sell $20 a pop. If it's a little rougher, $5 to $10 still goes. Luggage is really expensive if you haven't tried to buy luggage lately. So it's a great place to go swap meet and just try to get a cheaper luggage from a guy like me that just is trying to blow it out. Here's another luggage I'm going through. This is looking promising. It's really heavy. And there's some buttons. That is indicative of what's inside. This is somebody's crafting luggage. So instead of pulling this all out and putting it in a new container, I just kept it in there. What I'll do is I'll open that at the swap meet and try to sell the whole thing for like $20-$30 and see if I get any bites. Lots of books and different things. Nothing of note. Bible. No money in the Bible. There's a bag that said BMW on it. It didn't really have much in it. A lot of dollar items, and then I'll sell the bag for $1. So that one bag turned into like $6 if I sell everything. And right now we have about 3 full totes, maybe $75. Plus we have that $80 tow hitch, so we're sitting about $130 on a $15 investment. Plus all the random miscellaneous stuff, so it's doing all right. Not great though. This is just an average experience. We haven't even really talked about all this trash as a dump run. So I think I had 1 truckload for all 3 that I'll fit, that'll go to the dump, so it'll cost me $60. So at the end of all 3 videos, we can subtract $60 for dump run, plus Sean's time to go out there and dump it, which is usually about an hour, hour and a half if I go at a good time. It can be upwards of 3 hours if I have to wait in line. I was gone for 52 days, and I just got back, and 3 days later, I won these 3 lockers, and my wife is just shaking her head going, man, I wish you would go back. I was making more money where I was at, and I wasn't messing up her house. But it's kind of funny because it's like signature me to be back and start messing up the house and moving and shaking and never stopping. Our goal is to become debt-free, work as hard as we can to get there. I'm going to do all the extra effort and put in the sweat equity that nobody else is willing to do, while doing something I'm passionate about, learning how to resell things and what their value and what they are even. I learned so much in this business, and I enjoy every part of the business. So it's just a pleasure to be able to do this, and I keep it low dollar as far as on the buying side, so I don't risk losing anything. And so the only thing I will lose is my time, which I'm okay. I have a full-time job, and I do this on the side. This is my side hustle. The goal would be to be able to make as much of my side hustle as I do my full-time job. That would be like a double paycheck, and that would be an extreme win in my book. My wife helps with our 3 kids, and she also helps with the side hustle. So she's kind of my shipping department and sourcing, oh, not sourcing, but taking the mail out um, and packaging things. So she also does the photographs. So I go find it, I go process it, and then let's listen to this.
Brand new. Well, so far this locker's not doing so great. There's no real things for my eBay store, but there's a couple things did for the wife, and a lot of stuff for the swap meet. Hopefully it improves.
And unfortunately, the only thing likely to improve now is that we're one step closer to getting my wife's kitchen or dining room back to her, because we're processing this and getting it out of the house. Sad to say, but this unit is not jam-packed with eBay-like items. There are some units where I can get 100 to 200 items for my eBay store and really do well, or have a very high dollar item that's a couple hundred each, maybe 10 of those. So this is a lot of dollar items. This will involve me going to the swap meet, spending 2 days sitting out there, waiting for people to come by and look at clothes. But they do come and they do buy clothes, so I'm okay with it. And whatever we have left over, we just go donate to the local Goodwill or another place like that, and we just start all over again. All right, for those who think that people who share on YouTube about storage lockers don't show it all, what do you think of this style? Oh, and that was a North Face jacket that I put to the side. That might have been something worth the eBay store. Is it worth... is this what you want? You want this kind of content that shows that it's not as sexy as it looks to just find good things and have lockers packed full of $5,000 worth of merchandise that you paid $100 for. Is this something that YouTube wants to see? Viewers tell me in the comments, yes, Sean, we like to see the processing. No, we only want to see the kind of better things and make the videos 10 to 20 minutes shorter, max length. Give me that kind of feedback. I definitely am here to show you guys the content because I already know my own content. So tell me what you want to see and how you like to see it, and I'll try to best fit my style and content to what you guys want to see. But my goal is to teach and show as much as possible the process so you guys feel comfortable and confident that you could do this, and you kind of see my method, so that you could come and repeat this process for yourselves and make extra income for your family. And that to me would be the big win here. So the more you guys win, the more I win by making this content and knowing that if you come back and tell me like, hey, I did my first locker, thanks for the video, it totally worked, we actually made money, or we broke even or lost a little time, but now I can go get another one, or heck no, I'm never doing that again, but thanks anyway. Because I'll tell you, you spend a day in a storage locker, your skin's brown even under your t-shirt. It is a nasty job. You want to wear appropriate safety gear. Those gloves are invaluable. I touched so many disgusting clothes today. I even had to wash my gloves at one point. I touched something so nasty that the smell made my face pucker. People put their dirty clothes in a storage unit and then it grows mold, and then years go by and then I buy the locker, right? And that's kind of what happens. So you're never finding stuff in its best condition. Some storage locker sellers don't even do this much effort in the processing of the stuff before they go to the swap meet. They'll bring it right in the totes straight to the swap meet and throw it out there. Well, that's probably a mixed bag for you because you might find something really nasty at the swap meet, but also there could be that $100 bill in a pair of pants. You'll see me out patting down pockets, making sure there's no money, change, or anything, needles, right, that poke anybody. I'm really processing it. And some people just let it ride, and you never know what you're going to find in their boxes or bags at the swap meet. But they do save that time, a couple hours, a unit. But I like to go through it and bring just the better stuff so that I have more. I don't have a big trailer. I bring my truck and my wife's car. We fill them as full as we can, and then I'll bring more stuff on the second day of the swap meet. So I probably go through 20-25 totes in a weekend worth of stuff, and that's a good weekend at the swap meet for us. But even with this locker, you're going to start to see like the amount of money I'm going to make off the work I'm putting in. We're back closer to minimum wage than me getting what my full-time salary hourly rate is. And that's just the breaks in this business. You're still your own boss. You're doing it on your time outside of your work schedule. And it doesn't totally impact things. There's a Disney jacket, but it's got stains all over it. So we're just going to throw it in the batch with everything else. But there are times where I'm running where I'm getting like $180 per hour average. And then there's times where I'm doing 30. So you just have to let it average and not think about every single situation and let that dictate. Do 10 lockers, average your time over 10, see what you think. Because sometimes I like just cherry picking out of the Goodwill or garage sales or the swap meet and buying from other people. Let them do all the hard work. Let me go pay a little bit more for it. But then I don't have to spend the time doing all this. And then other times I'm like, I need inventory. I don't want to pay up. And this is the cheap way to get a lot more inventory. Yeah, but ultimately I did miss this. I haven't thought about reselling for over 2 months almost. And my wife's been working it at home diligently. Super glad that she was able to keep the store going while I was away. But I was focused helping other people get through a tragedy. And this was a nice job to have where I didn't have to focus on this job while I was doing my other job. So this side hustle works really well with my main hustle. And that's what I was looking for when I was trying to pick a side hustle. Here I'm getting into this thing. It's a Mr. Heater contractor series, 30 to 60,000 BTU. It's about $80 to $100 new or in used condition. I think I can get about $40 for it. So that's another good find in the locker that's going to help up the value. So our $15 is now turning into maybe $300-400 at this point. I haven't actually counted bins, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 bins. Even if you said $25 a bin, $250 plus the $80, $330 plus the $40, $370. So we're looking at about $400 or $500 so far off of my $15 investment. And then there's time, right? So it was about 2.5 hours of video time plus the hour to go there and back. So that's 3.5 hours. There was a little bit of eBay stuff, but not much. This is mostly swap meet. So 4 hours of time plus $15 to go make potentially $400. So not too bad. And I haven't even shown you everything. There's more. So it's probably more like $600 after we get through all the shoes and different things in the back. But I don't even mind being conservative, even though I feel like the $600 is conservative. We could even say I would make $300, half it, right? $300 off $15 and 3 or 4 hours worth of time is still not too bad for this unit. There was a bunch of hunting beanies. That was the orange things.
This is like half trash, half things. So I have to process it. There's some baby shoes. Um, you got to look in everything. You never know what you're going to find and where you're going to find it. People store their most random stuff in a bag of trash, and then you'll find like all their video games at the bottom of a bag of trash. So um, that was new in the box. I think it said like $11 in the box. There was another like Wednesday type doll. Nice little things in here. I think that was a dog chew toy. That was a sprinkler system. I did not want to keep it. I think it came part of this bag. I'm just going to call this bag a good outdoor, like keep your stuff cool bag. But I think it was the bag for that sprinkler kit. Here's Nerf gun. Don't know how it works yet. Sitting there, want to be a boy and start playing it. Oh, found it. Oh, shots fired. Having a little fun there on the job. So it works. Now I had to go find the bullets and put it back in. But it did have all the bullets, so that's probably an easy $5 right there. I could probably charge more, but I'm not. I try to make my prices really low at the swap meet so people don't haggle me. And if they do, I just, tell them that's my lowest price. And there's another Ninja Turtle toy. I have not plugged this in, not plugged it in, but put a battery to see if it works. I'll probably sell it as is for $3 to $5 and see what people do. But I did look at the dates, and it wasn't an older date. I think it was like 2016-17. It's a case, like a water bubble game for a phone case. That's probably way out of date. There's a lot of pet stuff in here. So pet stuff does go really well at the swap meet. Especially people come 100-degree weather, they forget their dogs, water bowls, everything, their dog's overheating. So any type of water container, collapsible, that you can sell, that people will buy those right up. There was even dog feet pads here. So all kinds of things. What is that? A glow-in-the-dark something or other. So that's going to conclude Unit 1. There was some more stuff. There was shoes and different things in the back. But my daughter came home and she was kind of upset. So I had to stop my video and deal with that. But this is Unit 1 of 3. Please stay tuned. I will have video 2 of 3 and 3 of 3 out in consecutive order. Then I plan on doing my eBay videos on how to do eBay and how I sold things while I was gone. All coming to you soon. So as always, keep grinding, have fun, and most importantly, be kind.